I want to talk about episode 4 of WandaVision. What an episode that was. I freaking loved it. So much happened. Let's just jump right into it. We got Monica Rambeau undusting, coming back from the blip. And we've never really seen characters come back in the way where they come back together from being dust. We've just seen them like come out of the portals. This is really cool because we get to see all these characters, all these people just dust away, come back from the blip. We learn that her mom was the founder of S.W.O.R.D. She founded S.W.O.R.D. So Monica just jumps right back into working because what else can she do? And she finds out from her boss or someone that she works for that there's a missing persons case. Goes up to West Point, New Jersey. There's a sign that says West Point, New Jersey. But here's the catch. So the sign says West Point, New Jersey. So we know that West Point, New Jersey is an actual place. However, once she gets there, she meets up with Jimmy Woo from Ant-Man 2. Right off the bat, he does that card trick. Yay, Jimmy! I love that Marvel does it. They come full circle with little things. In most movies, it would never come up again. You know Marvel, any little thing they do will come up again. They both have the knowledge of Westview. But Jimmy talks to these two local cops who are from Eastview and say Westview doesn't exist. It's weird because they all have amnesia because even Jimmy Woo, he calls a bunch of people's numbers from West and gets nothing back, like those numbers don't exist. That adds to the whole theory that Wanda is really creating this alternate world, wiped everyone's mind. I almost think this is probably what she did. She probably wiped everyone's memory within a certain radius of West Point, New Jersey. All the people that did live in West Point, New Jersey, she brought them into her alternate reality so that she could have real people in here or faking to be these other people so that Vision doesn't get suspicious and be like, well, why are we the only two people in this town? They can have like that neighborhood bubble, that closeness. So Mr. and Mrs. Hart are real people. They have real names, real identities in the real world. So it further probably proves that theory. Wanda took this West Point, New Jersey town, wiped everyone's memory of it so they don't know it exists in a big radius, and then everyone maybe in West Point, she took them and put them in her alternate reality universe, that perfect sitcom life, that perfect family life, but she can also have that neighborhood dynamic. And it just further proves the theory that Wanda is probably going to be the next villain. She has the capability to do this and so many other things. And she touches it and then she disappears inside. It's kind of like a going back to see how Monica got in, how the helicopter got in, stepping back. We're going backwards to see how all these things happen. 24 hours after Monica disappeared, we see Darcy, which I was so happy that Darcy is back. She's doing a little bit of research and kind of like looking at the radio waves, CMBR, which is the same type of like radiation that was used to create the universe, the Big Bang. So it also further proves the theory that this is going to very much tie in to Doctor Strange, The Multitude of Madness. The radiation is in a controlled setting right now, Darcy says, but she doesn't know for how long. Does that mean that same radiation Wanda could use if she were to snap, if S.W.O.R.D. were to get in and take everything away from her, try to unravel this perfect reality, could she not use that radiation and create multiple realities? Could she not do that? I highly, highly believe that that radiation combined with her powers are going to be used to create multiple realities, multiple universes, because I think Wanda could be such a good villain. This time they're also putting the guy that we saw in episode 2 who came through the sewers, but we never know what happens to him again. So is he just floating through like some weird in between the real world and this alternate reality? Is he dead? Is he alive? We don't know. I think it's funny that both Darcy and Wu are still just as they're like us, the audience. They're just as confused to what's going on. They're like us. They're like us watching those episodes. They have so many theories and questions. So I think that was really cool that they did that. I thought it was really nice that we are on the same page with Darcy and Wu. We have no idea what's going on either. But there's two people that don't have real life IDs. Agnes and Dottie. It could be true. It could be all of these people are trying to influence Wanda, and also Wanda's influencing herself. So we, the audience, when we saw episodes 1, 2, and 3, when Wanda hears the voice on the radio, you see her like react to it. Whereas they're seeing it where they hear the voice on the radio and then it just like cuts to Dottie cutting her hand. So they're censoring that whole, I'm assuming it's Wanda. Wanda just censors that whole part of her like freaking out and reacting to the radio. It's the same thing where Monica says he was killed by Ultron, and then it censors that whole part. So it's like someone is censoring, I think it's Wanda, censoring that whole conversation. Jimmy and Darcy don't see that. But we see a little bit more of that scene with Geraldine and Wanda. And Geraldine is like, I'm your neighbor, Wanda. And Wanda's like, you're not my neighbor, you're not my friend, and you're trespassing. She uses her magic and she pushes Geraldine through the wall and out of this world, this reality. Geraldine wakes up and says, it's Wanda. It's all Wanda. I believe it is fully Wanda doing this. She says you're trespassing. But at one point, I think she knows what she's doing. But on the other hand, again, I think she's a little confused. Not to mention, so in episode 3, when Vision walks back into the house, he's like normal. Episode 4, we get Vision walking into the house. Wanda looks up and it's dead Vision. It's literally Vision's gray and black husk. You know when he's on the ground in Infinity War and he's all like grays? It's that. It was so creepy. Zombie Vision just walking around, and Wanda looks down really quickly and back up, and Vision's back to life. My God, seeing a walking, talking, dead zombie Vision was so weird. I got the chills. I want all my questions answered. Where do I even begin with this episode? I don't know. Yeah, episode 5 of WandaVision. They got their own little Luke Skywalker as Mandalorian cameo, don't they? Episode opens up with Wanda and Vision having their kids. And Agnes comes over. She has like the recipe to help a baby fall asleep. And Vision's like, it seems a little sus. Like, how'd she know exactly that we had crying babies? So Agnes is like, let me hold the babies. And Vision says no. Everyone's quiet for a while. And then she says, should I take that from the top again? And Vision confronts Wanda about it, and he's like, do you find that weird? And she's like, no. And every episode we see him start to really think something's going on, but then it gets brushed aside. But this episode, it comes full circle, and he's not letting it go. We jump to Monica. She's woken up at the clothes that she came in. They've been altered. They're real clothes. They're actually real. They figure out that Wanda's kind of manipulating reality to fit her image, which we already kind of suspected anyway with all of the stuff with Vision in this town. Wu and Monica and Darcy are really the only three that are like, well, Wanda's not doing this on purpose. She's not a threat. She's not doing this with hostile intent. I think it's Trevor, the main guy, being like, no, she's a terrorist. And I'm like, okay, well, that thing happened with like the building and Civil War, but that was not really her fault. Hydra was existing. If the government knew that Hydra was here all along, maybe they could have never had that happen, and you would have never had all these like security measures. So like maybe that's your fault, not Wanda's, because of Hydra. But anyway, I digress. They send in a drone to Wanda's perfect reality. She sees the drone, cuts off the signal. There's been a breach. Wanda comes out of it.
Oh my God! What? It's Wanda! Oh my God!
She's dragging the drone behind her, and she's like, what are you doing? Mind your own business. This is my world. So Wanda just comes out of the portal, you know, just dragging the drone and be like, this is my perfect life. And they're like, what do you want? She's like, I have everything I want. It's true. All she ever wanted was Vision. She wanted that perfect life, and then Thanos came in and was like, I don't think so. My mind is blown at this point. Monica's trying to reason with her, be like, I know you don't want to hurt me because you saw that I helped deliver your children. Wanda's like, stay away. Stay out of my life. She uses her mind control abilities, turns all of the soldiers onto Trevor to try to shoot him. Wanda's getting a little hostile. She can take on Thanos, so like, she's so powerful. There's no way that you're gonna beat her with a couple of guns. No way. Vision is at work. They have computers, and on the computers, they get a message from Sword, and all of Vision's co-workers get that same email, and they start reading the email. Vision, using like his powers, turns the computer off. I think it's Norm, one of his colleagues, is like, it's just a joke. Vision taps into his mind and brings the real Norm to the surface. And the real Norm is like, I have to call my sister, I have to get to my family. She's doing this, you gotta stop her, you have to stop her. And then he goes home, and Vision is like, I gotta confront my wife. I can't remember my old life. I can't remember my life outside of Westview. What is outside of Westview? Wanda just acts like she doesn't know what's going on. We see this way, and there's other times where she gets confused, and is like, how'd I do that? What's going on? At some points, I think she doesn't know what she's doing and she really believes she's in this perfect world and reality with Vision. But then you see the times where she pushes Geraldine, Monica, out of this world, and she goes out of the portal with the drone. So it's like, I think she does really know what she's doing. In some ways, she does know what she's doing and she's perfectly in control and sane. And other times, I'm like, I think she's confused and she thinks this is real. So Vision is like, damn it, Wanda, this is not what I want. We also learned in this episode that 9 days ago, Wanda stormed SWORD headquarters and took Vision's body. Now, why did SWORD have Vision and not, like, I don't know, like the Avengers? Like, I'm just putting that out there to me. Maybe that's just me. And got Vision's body and resurrected him. So my question is he really still, did she bring him back to life? But she doesn't have the Mind Stone. So it's like, can she do that? Or did she just bring him back to life in this fake reality? Then they learn everything in this reality is real because Monica's clothes have been altered to fit Wanda's vision, no pun intended. Does that mean Vision is real and is alive, but she wiped all of his memories of him, of like what happened before that? And Vision specifically wanted, he didn't want to be brought back to life, and Wanda went against his wishes, which is very sad. I hope it doesn't go the route of the show ends, and at the end, Vision is alive, and he's like, I can't be with you anymore, Wanda. You went against my wishes. You did all this to all these people. And then, like, he and Doctor Strange have to kind of, like, team up to stop Wanda. Like, I don't want Vision to go against Wanda, but it's like Wanda's going against him. I don't want that. But the episode doesn't end there. Oh, no. I didn't see this coming, this next part, and I was just like, There's a knock at the door. I can't believe I'm about to say this. You see her, and then in the doorway, you see a person with silver hair, and I'm like,
Wait, no.
it's Pietro. Pietro's at the door.
Wait, no! Oh my god! What?
Marvel, you sneaky sons of... You got us all. I guess this is their subtle way. We're gonna introduce the X-Men in this sort of way. So I guess Pietro is back in the MCU. What's that gonna do to Wanda?
So I did go back and rewatch. Darcy does say when Quicksilver comes on screen, did Wanda recast Pietro? This also ties into the fact that Wanda at the end is gonna start creating new realities, new versions. She slowly is creating new realities, taking different versions of characters from different versions. The Pietro from the Avengers movies is dead, but the Pietro from the X-Men universe is still around, so she probably took him, brought him into her reality. Darcy basically confirms it's a different Quicksilver than the one from Avengers Age of Ultron.
Yeah, that was episode 5 of WandaVision. They're doing the intro. We see baby... I gotta show you. It's a baby... They just took a baby picture and just, like, colorized the face and CGI'd it and just made a baby. But then it got even better. Just shoot it. It's Vision in a turkey suit and bunny suit. We were graced with baby Vision in this episode. Vision in a turkey, a bunny, and a Santa Claus costume. Oh, Marvel, you're too good to us. I keep thinking, how are they gonna top the last episode that just happened? And then they do! And I'm like, why do I ask these dumb questions? And wow, they did. Surprise, surprise, but not really. Episode 6 happened. Oh man. So this is the long-awaited Halloween episode, which I was very excited about. And to get to see both Vision and Wanda in their Halloween, their accurate comic book costumes was very fun. Pietro got to wear his iconic, like, Quicksilver, like, old X-Men costume, which I thought looked really good, and with, like, the spiked up hair. That was really funny. I thought that was really cute. Like what we saw in previous episodes, Vision is like, well, why are there no kids? Wanda picked up on that and was like, surprise! There's a bunch of kids in this episode. So Vision and Wanda are still kind of fighting. Yeah, so Vision is supposed to be the neighborhood watch. And Wanda finds out that Vision is actually not a night watch because he's going around trying to find out what the fuck is going on and what's outside of Westview. And boy, does he really find out what's outside of Westview, because he gets out of Westview. I'm jumping right to the ending. Vision is going around to other neighborhoods and he sees this, like, neighborhood, and all these people are not even moving. He sees a car stopped at a stop sign, and it's Agnes. She says to Vision, "Are you here to help us?" She's like, "You're one of the Avengers. You're Vision. Are you here to help us?" And he's like, "What do you mean?" And she's like, "I'm not dead, am I?" And he's like, "No. Obviously, we saw this in the trailers." And he's like, "Am I dead?" And she's like, "Yeah, you are." And Vision's like, "What?" She's like, "You have to help us. It's Wanda. You have to help us. She won't let anyone leave." And literally, she says, "Wanda won't let us leave." That there is confirmation that Wanda's doing all of this. And Vision is going slowly towards the wall. Now, while this is all going on, Pietro and Wanda are talking, but like Pietro says, "Where were you hiding all these children? How did you do it?" So like, does Pietro know what's going on? Because apparently Pietro says that he was shot in the street and woke up and heard Wanda calling him, saying that she needed him. And so that's how he ended up here. Oh, my question is, he keeps asking all these questions. How'd you do it? Where'd all the kids come from? Where were you hiding the kids? So it's like, does Pietro know here? Because said he got shot. So who shot him is the first question. But then who doesn't even know who Wanda is? Because like in that universe, the X-Men universe, he doesn't have a sister. So like, how did he know that Wanda was calling him if he doesn't know who Wanda is? But then he shows up acting like, "I do know who you are." And then you have the scene where Wanda looks away quickly because Pietro asks her, how are you doing this? And she's like, "I don't know. I was just so lonely and so empty and there was nothingness." And then she turns away, she's gonna start crying, and then she turns back, and like with Vision, you see a gray, dead, zombie Pietro with bullet holes. Did she just implant memories and like fuse the two Pietro? I don't know. I need that question answered. And in the real world, Tyler Hayward, I hate that man. Hayward says the only way to fix this is to basically shoot and kill Wanda. Excuse me? How about the fact that you took Vision, had him in your lab, and you tore him apart? Why does Sword have Vision's corpse? And also, why instead of tracking Wanda, did Darcy, Wu, and Monica find out that Hayward is tracking Vision? Why do they want to keep tabs on Vision, and why'd they take his body? Are they trying to use him to make some super weapons for the government? Because that totally worked out well with Ultron and Tony. Is they're trying to take Vision's AI and put that into like robots for like armies in the government? Ultron was AI, and he thought the human race deserved to die. So I'm pretty sure if you put that AI in like in a machine, they'd be like, "Hey, wait a minute, humans are not peaceful. They're warlike criminals. Let's kill them all." So I'm pretty sure if that's what they want to use Vision for, that's not going to go over so well. And I'm pretty sure all the other current living Avengers would be like, yeah, no. Not only that, but they also found out that Monica's cells have been altered. They're changing her. Her cells are being rewritten because she's been in Wanda's world too many times. Could these manipulation of Monica's cells and all the people that have been in Westview, could that radiation give them powers? Wait, I didn't think about this. Could that like change in your cells, that mutation, could that create the X-Men? Is that how they bring the X-Men into the MCU? Could that radiation combine with like your cells create mutants? Could it not create mutants? I'm just putting it out there. Vision is near the wall and he goes through it. And it's very agonizing and painful for him to do. Going back and rewatching episode 5, I realized that I believe Vision is dead. When he's trying to go through the wall, he goes through, but then pieces of him, chunks of him, are going back into like Wanda's world, which just breaks my heart for Vision, because it's like he's being manipulated, and I know it's not what he wants, but like Wanda's so lonely, so I feel for her. Like, Wanda, this isn't what Vision would want you to do. I don't want Vision to be used as a puppet and be manipulated, because that's not what he wants. But on the other hand, I get why Wanda's upset. You feel for them both. He hears Vision being in pain, and it's like there's men, there's soldiers, and Wanda's like, "Oh, hell no." She stops everything. She starts to move the portal and expand the bubble to where it takes over all of Sword's headquarters, and they get sucked into Wanda's world. Darcy gets sucked into Wanda's world, and Wu and Monica are driving away. Hayward's driving away, and so now that's where the episode ends. So now we have more questions added to our ever-growing list of what the actual fuck is going on. I fully believe that Wu and Monica are trying to help Wanda, but they don't know how, because she literally took more people. If she's this powerful, who's to say she couldn't suck up the entire world? So it's like, what's gonna happen next? There's only two people I think that could help solve this. Vision, I think, would have to talk some sense into Wanda and be like, you can't keep doing this to me and all these innocent people, Wanda. You're better than this. But then, what if? Because this is a direct correlation to and tie into Doctor Strange. What if at the end, Doctor Strange shows up? And both he and Vision have to reason with Wanda. Because Doctor Strange has the mystical arts power. He can probably do some of the same things that Wanda can. Vision could be the voice of reason. I don't want to wait another week, but I have to. Yeah, episode 7. It'll be interesting. Social distance, wear your mask, stay safe, stay home as much as possible. And I will see you guys with another video very soon. Bye, guys.